Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to be checking out The Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy. We're doing a full review, so thanks to EA for giving us early access to check out this pack. And we're going to be looking at everything from create a sim, build and buy the new world, to how to have a secret child or have fake family connections. Oh, and I'll be giving my feedback along the way, but at the very end, I'll kind of give a summary and tell you guys if I think the whole pack is worth it. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'll also be doing gameplay so you can really see what the pack's like, and also a build. That'll come out in the next few days. So welcome to the new world of Ondarion. And what is The Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy? Well, it's all about discovery, storytelling, and legacy. And I would like to highlight it is about drama as well. Any sim can start a dynasty and grow their family's legacy if they want to, but any power also comes with the risk of a scandal. And this could be through forbidden love or secret children or many other things in the game. So it's a great pack if you love playing with scandal, or if you love the idea of playing with royalty. So like usual, Ondarion has 3 different neighborhoods. This one down here is Deligracy, known for its vibrant streets, communal spaces, and strong tradition of painting and crafting. So this part of the world, or this kingdom, is inspired by West African culture, and it focuses on culture and the arts. So the Sims team actually worked with the Pan-African Gaming Group and also several simmers to ensure the pack's authenticity and cultural inspiration. There are 2 new lot types here. The community market, which we're in right now, which was built by Emerald Stories, because they've worked with a lot of different creators to build in this pack and also to create some of the foods. So a community market needs to have some sales tables, a podium, cooking facilities, and this is the podium object right here, which you will probably use as a Nobel sim if you join that career. And you can get an idea of some of the beautiful West African themed furniture here and the awesome basket lights. This is a really beautiful build. So the other new lot type is a back room. This is built by Studio Gabri. Basically, a back room lot type can function as a museum, gym, or library during the day, which you can see just here as all the common library objects. That actually looks really cool with the diagonal walls. And then at nighttime, it transforms into a bar or a nightclub. So that, I believe, is down here, yeah, in the basement. So that's a handy new venue type. The next neighborhood over here is called Bellicord, and this is based on northern Italy. And I would say this is more of a snobby kingdom currently. It has the Cap Dynasty and Monty Dynasty, which you might have seen in previous Sims games. Bellicord Palace right here, this is the home to the Caps. And this was built by Eva Rotke. Really, really stunning. And this gives us a look at a new dance floor where you can do a new dance type, which is the waltz. And that's coordinated to have all the different Sims dancing at the same time. Again, we'll talk about that later. There's also an apartment building over here. So it's great to see apartments back in the game. You may actually find the old consort Cap here, who's still part of the Cap Dynasty and rivals the Monties, who I'm playing right now. There's also an odds and ends store here where you can buy objects and items that are difficult to find outside of Ondarion. And just look how beautiful all of this wisteria is. And I think there's a new collectible, which a sword. So if you buy a sword, you can then take up the new sword skill. And there are 11 swords to collect. And all of the swords seem to come from one of the 3 neighborhoods. And then the third neighborhood is Verdimar, and this is based on Portugal. One of my favorite builds is this one, and this is where Princess Cordelia V lives. And this lot is also built by Eva Rotke. Eva, I'm sorry, I don't know which way to pronounce it. But I thought this was absolutely stunning. And the cool thing about Verdimar is it's where pirates and nobles have been together for generations, and they've also crossed bloodlines. So there's a lot of the Princess Cordelia lore in this area. And Studio Gabri built this old bar, and apparently this is where you can meet some of the shadier Sims or NPCs. So you might find blackmailers in here, the royal robber who steals from the rich to give to the poor, or also information brokers. Through information brokers, you can open up scandals or you can reveal your own scandal. The beach here is so pretty, and you can actually borrow these boats and go sailing. And I believe this right here is the Grand Duke Tybalt Cap wearing his crown, and he's open to flirtation and I believe single. So he's a good one if you want to climb the ranks. And it said old treasure chests may also pop up on the beaches here, which could lead to a discovery of a power shift, which we'll also talk about later. I'm yet to actually find one though. They might be pretty hard to find because I still haven't found one yet. The new skill is swordsmanship, so you can actually go to the blacksmith to craft a sword, or you can also get them from a computer. And to raise your skill, you can practice on these new dummies, or you can read skill books. You can also be mentored by other Sims who have a higher level. And you can also duel other Sims. And one way of dueling other Sims is just through interactions, or you can go to one of these statues and enroll in a swordsmanship tournament. There's 3 different tournaments, and depending on your skill level, you can unlock which one you can enter. And there's money rewards or simoleon rewards that go up depending on which tournament you're in. So you can select your sword, and then the swordsmanship tournament begins. And then this is basically structured like an event. So you have to duel 3 Sims, but you can take breaks in between. At level 5 of this skill, you can actually duel for a dynasty position. So you can like duel the head of a dynasty. And if you win, they go down a level in their rank. You can duel for a Sim's heart. If 2 Sims like the same Sim, you can like duel for their love. You can also duel a Sim's parent for permission to marry their child. If your dynasty has any noble rivals, they can also duel those. And if you want to get higher in your career, you can also duel for a promotion, someone who's ranked higher than you. So dueling can settle a lot of problems for Sims. And it looks like we won! She's good. She's feeling confident. I bet being confident will actually help you win. There are some new key objects in this pack as well that are different to other packs, like this secret passageway cuckoo clock. And once you inspect the clock, you can then unlock a secret passageway, which you can then explore, and exploring you might find special things in there. But another really cool thing is that you can travel to other destinations if you have discovered other secret clocks on other lots. And I think it might even work in other worlds as well. And if you choose to sabotage the clock, this could unveil a new death type for the next Sim that actually goes to use it. Now, I'm not going to show you the death because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I actually cannot wait to see the animation of a cuckoo clock just going nuts and pecking a Sim to death. There's something wrong with us Simmers, I swear. The old shady bar actually has a cuckoo clock as well. So if we inspect this, we should be able to unlock this passageway and go back to Princess Cordelia V's house. So it has a pop-up that says she's learnt about a new secret passageway entrance. And then we can go travel back to her palace. And actually, hopefully she doesn't die from exiting the clock on the other end. I'm assuming it's only when you enter the clock. And I feel like everyone will get really mad if I accidentally kill Princess Cordelia. But it looks like she's safe. Yay! So how cool is that? It's a transportation system. And what's cool is you can even share the secret passageways with other Sims. And so he can now use the secret passage as well. The only thing is, this is also a great way to sabotage other Sims by leading them into a potential death trap. But thankfully, it looks like he got out okay. I don't know why she'd want to kill off her husband. Maybe there's some tea here. Another new object is the family tree tapestry, where you can view your own family tree, view a dynasty, or even forge family trees. So this new updated family tree can show the dynasty crest to see who's part of which dynasty, and also if they are a noble through this little shield. And I really love how they've also got so much history in their family tree as well. It'll also show divorced Sims, forged connections, secret connections like a secret child, dynasty and family connections too. So that's a really nice way to access that. And if you want to forge a connection, you just add whichever Sim you want to forge the connection with. And we could make, say, one of the firefighters Princess Cordelia's fake brother, fake uncle or grand uncle. And by faking this, other Sims will treat them as if they really did believe that they were, say, Cordelia's brother, and then Peyton would become part of her dynasty because they're part of her bloodline. So that's a good way to get into dynasties without doing the extra work. The Family Tree Compendium is a great way to research your own family. It's actually a really nice decorative object. But you can go to other Sims compendiums and try and scoop the dirt on their own family tree as well to unlock some secrets or scandals. And of course, what would a royal pack be without a throne? So there is the new throne here that is very important if you want to become a noble or run a dynasty. And also the podium object where you can hold a press conference. So this is a good time to talk about how the dynasties actually work and also the noble career. So you can found or join a dynasty by using the new dynasty tab. Currently, Princess Cordelia V is already in the Thebe dynasty, but you can also marry into dynasties, be born into dynasties, or like I said, forge a connection to join one. Whoever founds the dynasty is the dynasty head, who can then select the dynasty crest, the shape, the color, the icon, or you can randomize it, the dynasty name, the description, and also their values. Values come in two types, being skills and ideals. And then depending on what values you pick for your dynasty, they can then unlock unique ways to challenge or rival a dynasty. For example, through the logic skill or a sword fight. So skills are pretty straightforward, and ideals have a little bit more nuance. So for example, having a caring ideal will mean that activities like giving affection or offering advice and mentoring will be encouraged. A babysitter career is encouraged. But a discouraged career might be that of a villain or a criminal, or activities like fighting and sabotaging. So you can create a pretty evil dynasty if you want with really poor values, or you can create one with really nice values. So in this menu, you can add the members, or you can also add others by interacting with them. And you can even ask a head of a dynasty to accept you into their dynasty if you have a close enough relationship. They might reject you. And close relations of the head of the dynasty can join. So that would be spouses, children, grandchildren of the other members, and also even step relatives. But their in-laws cannot. And what's also cool is you can actually create an offshoot dynasty if two dynasty members get together, and then the dynasty will start at a higher prestige level. But if you poach members from other dynasties, it can cause conflict. So you would have seen here in the menu, we have the dynasty progression, which has the prestige level, and also this bar, which is the unity and perks. The success and influence of a dynasty is decided by the prestige level, and it's actually moved up and down by all of the members' actions. However, the head of the dynasty and the heir of the dynasty, they will contribute more to the dynasty progression. So in other words, they better not stuff it up. So you need to do activities that align with the values and ideals. So you want to be working, for example, on your piano skill if you're part of the caps. You want to be diplomatic, be a connoisseur, and definitely avoid eating poor quality drinks. And don't be mean or fight. Having good grades at school also helps, making friends, hosting events, marrying members of other dynasties, and starting alliances and rivalries, which you can see down here. So the Caps have an alliance with the Alto, but they rival the Montes. So it's kind of funny that even by having a rival, that will increase your prestige. So then when you reach a new dynasty progression, you can then get perk points. And the perk points can then be spent on perks, and these will affect all members except for outcasts. So poor Virgilio over here has been named an outcast, which means he doesn't get access to the perks, but it also means his behaviors and actions won't affect the dynasty progression. So he won't be able to embarrass them any more than he has. Some of these perks would include a grade boost, so all students will get their grades up faster, easier time building romantic relationships or asking for hand in marriages. And you can even get perks called inheritable traits, which allow children to then inherit these traits. And then over 3 generations, these will actually become stronger each generation. So for example, the creative affinity, babies born to dynasty members with this perk will build creative skills faster. Then level 2, the child will build creative skills faster and produce higher quality items. And then at level 3, there'll be a bigger bonus to these 2 things. So you could create a lineage of really clever Sims or really athletic Sims or social. And one of my favorites is nepotism, which means they'll progress in their career performance faster, allowing them to get promoted sooner. Or you can arrange job promotions. By using the phone interaction, you can manipulate the market, helping stocks, or you can hire a tutor for your kids. to help them with their homework. I wish they also included a private school feature. I really missed that from previous games. And of course, prestige levels, just like they can go up, they can also go down. And that's by basically doing the opposite of what the dynasty stands for or having a scandal come out. And then the unity bar basically just shows how well all the Sims in the dynasty are getting along socially. So the caps are actually heading towards a unity crisis. And then this means that they will struggle to develop their relationships, and then the members can make demands of their head, and then the members can also leave. Dynasties can exist in any world, and it's also cross-pack compatible as well. So even iconic families like the land grabs, if you start a new save, they will already be part of their land grab dynasty. And yes, Johnny Zest is an outcast, and I just want justice for Johnny Zest. And they also rival the Alto family. That's actually really interesting. And they want you to be devious. I knew they were evil. I knew it. So the Goths here, they will also have their Goth dynasty. And their ideals include mysterious ideals. So they encourage crying and mourning and discussing mysteries, death, and occult stargazing. So I'm really excited to actually see how this works with other packs like Life and Death, if there's a whole heap of more ideals you can add. Oh, and also if you want to add an alliance or a rivalry, you just need to declare it by interacting with another head of a dynasty. So you can declare them as an official rival. So going back to secret children and how to have a secret child, I also just want to point out how beautiful this build is. So if your sim has an affair while they're married and a baby is born from that affair, at the baby's birth, you can choose to make the current partner their parent, and then that parent will treat them as if they were their child and know no better. And then of course that kid will have access to their dynasty. And on the family tree, this is an example of a secret child right here. But I'm not sure if you can just have a secret child and just not tell your other partner, and then they'll still appear on the family tree here. I think there might be a pop-up at their birth. So I do need to play this a bit more to figure out how exactly that works. Because it looks like Afua here, whose mother was a Carter, was never known about by Imani. So he never announced that his spouse was actually the mother. And you can also now adopt existing Sims in the game, as long as your Sim is older and as long as they don't have two existing parents. And your Sim can also ask to be adopted by an older Sim. So the new career is the Noble career. And in the Noble career, this is actually how your Sim can rule the world. And only one Sim can rule the entire world at a time. And they can't rule multiple worlds. So Margravine here has just requested some noble mail because she is a noble. She's at level 6. As you can see, it's a very well-paid career. So you can join this career by requesting a knighthood, or you can join via the throne object. Or every bookshelf should have a new book that you can research called The Duchess Diaries, A History of Nobility. And that is also another way to join this career. What's also cool is you can have your teen Sims become a noble as well. So Sophia can request knighthood from her mother to join the noble career. I'm sure her mother wants her to also join, and she's actually already got her title that is a noble title from her parents. So she's already noble in that sense, but the career, she still needs to have knighthood bestowed upon her to formally join it. And she looks kind of annoyed. She's like, I don't want to join this career, but her mum is basically saying you have to. So she just got bestowed, and just like that, she's already making 672 simoleons a day. And then elders can also be in the career. So usually they would have a title, I think, of a noble newcomer, but because she already has a title she's inherited, she's the Lady of Ondarion. Each day, noble duties appear that you have to complete, and as your career gets higher, you can do things like hold court, so we can hold court with other Sims. I mean, that is so cool. And then you can listen to your visitors' concerns, hold a welcome speech, discuss the noble life, and then you'll see all of these nobles coming. Is it really necessary to wear that mask? You can hold a welcome speech, and you can also hold press conferences and respond to any scandals that you might have publicly, kind of like your own PR. And promotion in this career is unlike any other career because it's not automatic. You will choose when you want to receive your promotion, and as you level up, you can have have a coronation if you want to, or even have a ceremony. But if you want it to be automatic, there's also a setting for it. So yeah, Sims will come up and tell you their concerns, and you can tell them how you think it's best to manage these concerns. This Sims internet has been acting up. We shall fix it at once. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This is how we take care of this community. Now, if your Sim wants to claim a noble title in their career, they're going to actually have to take down their noble rival first. So Grand Duke Tybalt Cap over here, who's just having a party, and now he's having a nap. He's at level 9 of the noble career, and you can see here his noble rival is actually Queen Jora Durong. And she's a rival because she is now level 10 in her career. So she is actually the queen of this world. And she's currently blocking the path to his promotion. So how do you overtake the queen? Well, there's a few ways that he can do this. He can be mean and pressure her to abdicate from her throne, which I don't think she'll like, or they could duel for noble rivalry. Yeah, she's not gonna just step down for you. And also it's so cute as they get higher and higher in the noble career or in their dynasty levels, then their kids inherit the different titles. So now that she's the queen, her son is the prince. And okay, they are actually dueling for this rivalry. Oh, and I just saw she has a gold cuckoo clock. So I mean, this is high stakes right now. He is essentially dueling to become king of Ondarion. And I really hope that she wins. Because spoiler, he's not that great. He's just there for the parties and the nice food. Another way that you can take over is if the rivalry dies. So you could tamper with their cuckoo clock. And that's another way. Get them out of the way so you can become king. No! Did he? No. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. He won? The kingdom leader has stepped down to the belief of the kingdom, and under strange circumstance, Jawara has relinquished her claim to the throne. It is now up for the taking. Who will be the one to rule them all? I've been defeated, and with that, my noble title is being depreciated. At least I'm good that our grudges have been settled up. Oh, it's good that our grudges have been settled. So it doesn't mean that he's instantly the king, but when he gets to the level of that promotion, he can take that place. Or if he doesn't, I guess she can step up to become the queen again. Oh, and a nicer way, well, actually, it's not really a nicer way, but another way to take down your rivalry is to seduce them into giving you the title. So it can become really saucy. So the Grand Duchess obviously was not happy that he asked her to abdicate the throne, and also she had a humiliating duel loss. And in terms of her career, she's now stepped down to noble level 9 again, and she'll have to work her way up to the promotion to become queen, if that's what she wants to do. Now, in terms of kingdom titles, you can actually type in what you want each rank to be, each noble rank. But as it stands right now, rank 10, you are the king or the queen, the prince, the princess, the monarch, the princedom. You can get your noble title through your career, which it'll actually list here on the info panel. Or you can get a noble title from the Sim's parents or from marrying into the family. Nobles can promise to inherit their noble title to their kids. So now if her mum leaves the noble career or dies, then she will inherit her title. So I suppose that's a way to jump the titles. And of course you can make them your dynasty heir as well. So in terms of kingdom management, every world has a kingdom manager up here at the top. And then when you open this up, you can see the current tax level, because the tax level can be adjusted. And if there's any noble decrees enacted. Well, actually, he is not the king yet, but he can set kingdom taxes. So noble salaries and household bills in the region will increase by 20% if it's very high. And all noble families will gain royal favor over time. Or if you set them as low, noble salaries and household bills in the region decrease by 10%, and all noble families gain commoner favor over time. The favor is right over here, and it can either have the royal or the commoner alliance. So you can choose what kind of kingdom you want to run. And you earn favor by either your career actions or by responding to royal mail, whether you want to donate to the kingdom. So you can do a huge donation of 10,000 simoleons if you want, and that will actually push him into the commoner direction. Because he is so royally favored, he might have some angry people sending him gifts in the mail or gifts in the mail. It's also worth doing things like going fishing, interacting with objects in the world, exploring secret passageways, and digging up items, because you never know if your sim is going to come across a power shift. And this is actually one of the power shifts you can come across. This is a royal frog that Johnny Zest here has found. And I feel like Johnny Zest really does need a power shift in his life since he has become an outcast of the land grabs. So let's see what happens when we kiss the frog and see if he's lucky. It's actually really cute. You can also kiss regular frogs that you find as well, and I think sometimes they might turn out to be a royal frog, or you might just end up kissing a frog, and that might be embarrassing. And oh my goodness, who is this? Rejected by a frog! No! Oh dear, Johnny, I'm just not feeling the spark. No offense, but I think I'll go back to being a frog. Johnny, you have the worst luck. Well, sometimes that power shift can actually turn a sim into royalty, but I guess it wasn't. It wasn't Johnny's S day today. Maybe Johnny can try his luck at examining the prophecy of this sword, the legend of Simcalibur. A kingdom awaits their guiding hand where commoners trust and understand, but if they fail to prove their worth, the sword's displeasure shall quake the earth. So Johnny can have an attempt to draw the sword to see if he is a true leader. Is he gonna have better luck this time? It's not looking good for Johnny. I don't know how he got that sword, but he failed. I mean, it did say that he should be adept with a blade, so maybe getting your swordsmanship skill up will help. And a sim that's trusted and true, maybe they need more friends? Or maybe they need to align with the commoners. Oh well, Johnny, better luck next time. Another part of the pack which I've been really enjoying is being able to ask about secrets and revealing scandals. So just look under the gossip tab and you can ask for a secret about a sim that another sim knows. So this is Eliza Pancakes, who actually seems to be wearing the glass slipper, which is another power shift. She doesn't have anything to share right now, but sometimes sims do have some juicy gossip. Luckily, we can use a laptop to check for scandals from an information broker, or if you have programming skill, you can actually hack for secrets and then sell them to the broker. And because Johnny is so upset, he's just not making it in royalty, he's gonna spend almost all of his money to buy a secret. Maybe about his own parents. I mean, the tea. Are you kidding me? You'll see if there's any dirt on them to take them down. Revenge is sweet, right? It appears that Jeffrey Landgrab may be hiding a scandal. The burglar has stolen something really valuable, Jeffrey's heart. I believe it. Acknowledging this secret will create a relationship between Jeffrey and Robin Banks. And then in our notebook, we can keep track of any secrets we have found. And they also fade into obscurity after a few days. The severity is only minor, surprisingly. So there's a few things that you can actually do with this secret. You can expose it on social media and then all the sims like react. And usually that will become a scandal for sims. And then when a sim is having a scandal, it's harder for them to build relationships. They'll have negative social outcomes, reduced work performance, and sometimes there's even some bonus effects. We can also choose to extort Jeffrey. So we can extort him to leave his career, or we could even receive simoleons. Let's see if he'll pay up and give us some money so we can renovate our house. How much is he going to give us is the question. We got $1,000 and yeah, we successfully extorted him. But for some reason, they're now hugging it out. They have some weird family dynamics, these guys. So it says we've extorted them. Ooh, we also caught another sim stealing, and the severity is medium. And if we have our own secrets, we can actually write an apology if we want to. We can make a speech if we're a noble, or have it buried by the broker. So back to Cordelia's house, I also wanted to show you guys that there's a new event, and that is planning a grand ball where we can do the grand waltz. So the grand ball is over here. It's a high-class social event where securing an excellent dance partner is of great importance. And the pinnacle is the grand waltz, so we can invite whoever as our guests. We can choose a dress code. We can require guests to wear masks. And you can have it at your house or someone else's. And when you do ask someone to be your dance partner, it can be a dance just for friendship, or it can be for romance, or it can just be for social status. So we'll ask our husband to be our dance partner, and we're gonna dance together for our own social status. Seeing the Duke and the Grand Duchess dancing together is quite the sight. So they've agreed to dance to boost their social standing. And if she were to choose to dance with a commoner, that could actually cause a scandal for her. And we can choose to start the grand waltz. And I love this because this is just it just reminds me so much of Bridgerton, and it's such a pretty dance that all the Sims do. You've just got to make sure that you have some music playing the waltz station, and then they'll dance to it. And I'm not sure, but maybe you can have a pianist play the music as well. I actually haven't tried that out yet. And I also love that in Build and Buy, you can put your own Dynasties shield on the wall with their icon. And yeah, you can throw a full-on masked ball, and then they bow and curtsy at the end. It's all very dignified. A friend of the commoners. I'm not sure what action he did to actually move that towards commoner alignment, but he's unlocked some new interactions. Oh, and he just got a promotion as well. So that really did help his social status. Oh, and he got a crown display? Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. Well, this might be a good time to segue into Build and Buy. So I'm just gonna end this. And we actually got a gold medal. So we've already seen a lot of Build and Buy just by visiting different lots. So I feel like you guys have a pretty good idea of it, but there's also some pre-made rooms which show different ways you can use the items as well. One of my personal favorites is this oval training ground. I just feel like this is really cool because I don't often use pre-made rooms, but this one's quite handy to practice your dueling. Overall, there's a really nice mix of both the West African influence as well as European influences too. One of my personal favorites are actually these wallpapers that are painted with different scenes on them. These are really cute. And I've actually already done a build, so that'll be coming out in a few days as well. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But I just thought these were so pretty and they were so much fun to use. Then there's also plastered wallpapers with some like lovely age detailing on them, or mossy detailing too. And the color scheme is really nice as well. All of the items to me seemed like they were pretty high quality, and have to say most of the items I really like and I'm really excited to use. But there were a couple of things I thought were disappointing, such as these 4 wallpapers that only have one colorway but offer a couple of different patterns. I'm assuming because the blue and white look must be some form of traditional design style, but I just think for the purpose of The Sims, like, it's so strange not having any other colors and it's quite restrictive. I really like that a lot of the doorways have versions with open doors, and we have some very grand archways, gorgeous fences and front gates to make your house feel really impressive and regal. And I also love the beautiful 4-poster beds and the new bassinets too for your royal heirs. Like, overall, I thought there was a pretty good mix of different styles and colors with some nice new special objects we went through earlier on. I feel like we could have done with some more paintings though, because regal paintings are such a big part of royalty. Or maybe a new function to do with painting family portraits would have been nice. There's some really cool decor as well. And I love these clutter heels just on the floor. They actually match the shoes that are in Create a Sim. I did spot a few reskins of items, meaning that they're items we already have that just are kind of recolored. This one I was really disappointed in, this fruit tree, because it actually takes up a couple of slots because there's a lemon tree and an orange tree. But this tree is really well known known in base game as the lucky citrus tree of the moon. And really the only difference is the fruit and the pot. And I just feel like it wasn't changed enough to make it look like it's unique and comes in this expansion pack. So I was disappointed to see this tree and not something new. The same thing has happened with our base game table being kind of redecorated for this pack. It's the same shape, and I just feel like it's not as bad because it's quite different in many ways, like different colors and patterns on it. It's still not ideal though. And these objects also look familiar to me, but I don't have the other packs installed. And this chair looks familiar from another pack as well. It's up to you if that bothers you as a player, but in expansion packs, I just expect the content to be fully new, and especially something like this is very noticeable to players that it's really not changed up enough to be seen as a brand new item. And I was thrilled to see we got some new landscaping items. Again, disappointed that we only get one colorway for this fig tree, one colorway for this olive tree, and one colorway for this pine tree. Now, a lot of our base game trees only come in one color, but in other expansion packs such as Seasons, they have other colors available, and that would have just been really nice. We also have more lavender, hydrangea plants, which is super exciting. I was just so happy to see landscaping items. We do already have some lavender in the base game, but I feel like this one looks quite different and it's a really handy shape to have. And we do also have hydrangeas in the base game, but these ones are a lot more lush looking, and we also have some different colorways in these. So I was still really happy that we got those, and there's some beautiful wisteria we can hang around the house. I think we have got wisteria or something similar in another pack, and the bougainvillea, or however you pronounce it. And I think a lot of you guys will be really happy to see that we do have a new kitchen set, because I'm always asking for new counters, and I absolutely love this cupboard space as well. So this is a full kitchen set, and these are a few of the different colorways it comes in. I would have liked to see some more regal looking stone and marble tops, maybe some veined marble. It does seem a little lackluster to put these in your royal mansions. Like, I feel like it should have had more stone definition. And I also love that we got the Noble Necessities stone as well, so we can have these big range hoods. And actually it would have been great to have a double range hood as a bigger piece to add to this. And then we also have the cupboards as well. So in a way, I feel like some of this just feels like it's holding back a bit, and we're still feeling quite restricted with different color palettes or swatches for items. Even the paintings, like you only have 2 pictures to pick from for each of these, which does seem a bit like, oh, I wish we could have more, especially since we only got 3 paintings. And this one only has Princess Cordelia. This doesn't even have any other scenes in it. So build and buy for me does feel a bit lackluster, but at the same time, I'm also happy with a lot of the items that we have been given, because some of the items will be items that I think I'll use quite frequently. And last of all, checking out Creator Sim. This is a sim I made as soon as I got access to this pack. I was like, I'm jumping into Creator Sim, and I created Zalika, and she is wearing some of the new items and jewelry, which I think is amazing. So I'll just show you guys that. But I also wanted to show you guys that there's actually only one new aspiration, which is social puppeteer. They want to know everyone's business and are able to extort and expose scandals about whoever they please. There is not any other aspiration in this expansion. So I don't really know what's happening there. Like, are they just phasing out aspirations? And in terms of traits, there are no new traits in this expansion. I don't know if we've ever had an expansion without any new traits. And I'm actually really curious to hear what you guys think, because I know it's an expectation that we get new aspirations and traits, but maybe the player feedback is that people just don't really care about it as much anymore. I feel like I wanted some traits in this pack though. I feel like you could have made some cool traits to go with the drama. Obviously, there are the traits that you can unlock through gameplay though. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that, but here's a few different outfits that I've given Zalika. I love these shoes. I was actually looking for a pair of shoes that looked like this, although I do not know how they stay on your feet. I particularly love the headwear, the jewelry, the new hairs, the colors, the shoes. We've also got some new nails, which I think actually those nails came in a base game update. This is absolutely stunning. And there's some great matching sets. I guess my thing with Creator Sim is I wish we also had some more plain colors in the outfits that have a lot of pattern. As much as I love the pattern, if I didn't want to double up on it and I just wanted to have this top, say, in the same red color, I've only got the option of picking black or white to pair with it. So I just would have loved to see a few brightly colored plain swatches for mixing and matching, just for the purpose of versatility. And then we also have these types of outfits too, very prim, very proper. Well, actually, this jacket is actually pretty woohooey, like sexy is what I mean. There's also some really cute like gingham types of shorts that you can match with tops. Or these actually offer some plain colors. And you guys are absolutely gonna die seeing these formal dresses. And oh my gosh, is that not just stunning? The dresses are really, really nice. There's the Bridgerton vibe of a dress. There's this one here. You might have seen a few of these in the different trailers or when the devs do their live stream. This dress is amazing. This one, are you kidding me? I mean, oh my gosh, in the marigold yellow. She looks so good. We saw this dress in gameplay. So pretty. Lovely summer dresses. And I love this in the green as well. I just love the green theme. And surprisingly, we also got a couple of new bathing suits too. I guess because there's a lot of beaches in the world. And yeah, in terms of hair, there's some real good ones too. There's some braids. We've got some kind of slicked back old Hollywood glam style long hair that's a bit wavy. That looks quite beachy to me. Slick back buns. I feel like I'm gonna use this one a lot. I love this style as well. The pearls and the updo. I really wish we got this updo without the hair accessories as well, just so we could use it as more everyday and for, dare I say, commoner Sims. These gorgeous braids with the gold hardware or gold clips in it. This amazing hairdo as well, which is quite phenomenal, really. I mean, how good is that? I wonder how long it took them to construct that. And then also some curly updo, and then the Cordelia hair as well. Again, wish we had a version of this without the pearls, just because it would be handy for more casual wear. And also this hairstyle, which some of these hairstyles go really beautifully with the different hats and especially crowns, because obviously some people are gonna wanna put crowns and tiaras on their Sims. So there's a gorgeous array of stunning crowns, and I just feel like they did such a good job with these. So yeah, Creator Sim is really gorgeous, really strong, and I'm honestly very, very impressed by it. For men's hair, there's this kind of slicked back prince hair. He looks like he's been like riding in a horse and is gonna save you. Beautiful braids. Also got this style that we saw on one of the kids in the Dynasty. We also have these. We also have this hair that we saw on one of the kids. And then this other wavy, I don't know, handsome hair here. There's also a couple of crowns that you'll unlock in the Nobel career. Oh my gosh. And of course, there's all the masks as well that obviously don't work with all of our hairdos, but yeah, they're pretty cool. There's even the eye patch too. Pair of new sunglasses. I mean, I'm being wary. I don't want to spend too long in Creator Sim, but I'll just show you guys some of the menswear as well. I think this is what the Royal Robber will wear, and the Royal Robber is an NPC character that steals from the rich to give to the poor, and if you are poor, they might actually pay you a visit and give you some money that they've stolen from the rich, which was a very nice surprise, I must say, during my gameplay. Love this. And I love the patterns as well. So cool, so royal. And oh, we have royal pajamas. That was really surprising too. But yeah, we have these really cute like negligees and this stunner of a silk dress. I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. And if you're looking for some really nice menswear that's also versatile, this has some really nice pieces, particularly in the tops and jackets. Some of them are very preppy looking, which I quite like. I don't mind a bit of preppiness, and it definitely is teaming with the theme. And the color up is just, it's so great. But yeah, there's some really lovely pieces here that I think I'll use for a lot of my other Sims as well. Some great shirts and colors. And some nice pants too. Like there's a lot of swatches here. I feel like I wish that we got more like this amount of swatches on everything. You can even go the full yellow look. There's also a fair amount of outfits for children as well, from some cute little nighties and party dresses that they can wear. Love the shell detail. School looking uniforms again. I just really wish that we had some other colorways, and I wonder if they put these on when they go to school or have a tutor, I'm not sure. But yeah, they have some great outfits, some cute little shorts and pants. And there's also a couple of royal outfits for toddlers. They can have this little cute pants set and a little royal pair of shoes. No royal hairs though. And unfortunately, there are no royal crowns for toddlers. However, there are crowns for children and little fancy hats. So when they're a child, they can wear some tiaras and crowns. And nothing for infants, I don't think. But I did read that apparently if you have cats and dogs, there'll be some royal outfits for them. So I'm really curious to see if that's true. So yeah, what do you think of this pack? Let me know. So after having had a little bit of time to play the game and get to know the game, and also after filming this review, I want to tell you guys what I think about this pack. I think it's a really fun pack if you're either interested in playing royal families, period style gameplay, or if you really love drama, like you want to set up the housewives in the sim and use scandals and dynasties to create wealthy families with lots of scandal. And that's actually something I've always wanted to do in The Sims. So this is really exciting. I do wish there was a little bit more we could maybe do with money. Like maybe we could set up inheritance accounts for kids, or just give money to a sim a chosen amount. For example, if we had a secret child or a secret lover, I wish we could actually, through gameplay, transfer funds to make it really scandalous. And I wish that we got some kind of private schools, although having those school uniforms makes me wonder if they actually dress up in that, if they have a tutor. I'll have to do more gameplay to see. But I love the gameplay is really fun, and I think it's very versatile. And I do think it's different enough to the club system in Get Together. I think they've built from that quite a different expansion pack. So yeah, it's a great expansion pack if you're interested in those areas, but it's probably not for everyone. And I did feel like Build and Buy was a bit disappointing, maybe just from the amount of color swatches mostly, and also just seeing some of the items come from base game and just be kind of reskinned, and the wallpapers not having any other colors. The builds are amazing in the world. The world is beautiful. I love that we have expanded family trees. I can't wait to like get the blue blood trait for my kids. And I think this will be so much fun for legacy players. And if you pair this with other packs like Life and Death, I'm curious to see the cross compatibility. Like you can create your family tomb for your dynasty, and I just think that could be cool. And being reborn into dynasties and royalty is another interesting thing. I was also disappointed there's no new traits and confused that there was only one aspiration. I'm just confused on why they decided to do that, and maybe some more transparency would be good, just to say like, oh, we're just realizing players aren't really using that anymore, or we don't want to overcrowd it, or whatever the decision is, or if they'll just like, oh, no, we don't want to put resources into it. I just feel like I needed some new traits, because I loaded up Sims and I was like, okay, new aspiration. Oh, all my Sims have the same new aspiration, and oh, there's no new traits to pick from. So yeah, it's definitely a bit of fun. But I don't think it's a pack that like I have to have in my game. Something like Seasons or Cottage Living, those are packs that I feel like I use all the time. I guess because they're really versatile through gardening, and I love the world of Henford on Bagley because it's so big, and Seasons obviously for the weather. And also Businesses and Hobbies is another expansion pack I feel like I use a lot because of that business system to make money. But this is probably a pack that has gameplay in it that I could have used years ago and would have really loved. So I'm happy it's here. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. And also congrats to all of the players and Sims lovers who were involved. There was obviously a big community effort behind this pack, from the builders to also the players helping with the West African representation and culture in the game. Apparently they worked with The Sims for a year. So that was a pretty major collaboration, and I hope that they're really proud of what they've done because I think it's really cool. Anyway, guys, keep an eye out for my gameplay videos and my builds that are upcoming. And let me know what other videos you would like to see as well. Thank you to my amazing members for all of your support. If you're a recent member, just remember that I've pre-recorded these videos, so if your name isn't there, that's why, if you're a top member. But yeah, thanks so much for your support and to all members, but most of all, thank you to everyone for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to you all soon. Dag dag!